Managing damp and condensation. It's important to know the difference between damp and condensation. What is dampness? Dampness can come from leaking pipes, wastes, drainage or overflows. It can be caused by rainwater coming in through broken roof coverings or blocked and leaking guttering. Penetrating dampness happens around windows and through walls because of gaps in render or brickwork. Rising damp happens if your home has no effective damp-proof course, and water comes up through the ground and into the property. Sometimes higher ground levels can cause issues when alterations have been made to paths outside. The ground level outside is higher than the damp-proof course, which allows water to penetrate through the brick or render at ground level. What is condensation? Condensation is a type of damp which has less structural impact than rising or penetrating damp. It has more of an impact on occupants than on the building itself. Condensation is found when moisture is released into the air through everyday activities. Things like washing, cooking, drying clothes, or bathing. The moisture in the air meets a cold surface like a wall or a window, which turns into droplets of water. Condensation can cause a problem if it's ignored because it can cause mold to grow on walls, curtains, or around window frames. This mold can be treated by wiping down windows and walls with an anti-mold spray. What does condensation look like? The first sign of condensation is excess water collecting on windows, walls, or cold surfaces. If condensation is not treated, it can result in black mold spores forming, which can also take the form of black spots. What does damp look like? Dampness can cause staining, tide marks, and salts that look like chalky white powder to appear on walls. Penetrating damp can be caused by leaking pipes, cracks in the outside walls, roof leaks, blocked gutters, and water entering around window frames. Common signs of penetrating damp are damp patches on the wall that do not go away, and black mold, which may be accompanied by a musty, damp smell. Rising damp can only occur on the ground floor of a property, as it is caused by water travelling up from the ground. One of the most common signs of rising damp is the appearance of tide marks on the walls. This can appear anywhere up to 1 metre above the skirting boards. Reporting damp and condensation issues. If you're experiencing problems with damp, mould and condensation, please call our contact centre on 0808 230 6500 for immediate action. Alternatively, you can also contact us by filling out an inquiry form on our website, messaging us on social media, or sending us a message through your MyPCH account. Damp and mould inspections will be completed in line with AWAB's law and within 10 working days. An inspection will be undertaken within 24 hours if there are vulnerabilities which increase the risk to health. This will include individuals over 65, young children, and individuals with respiratory, skin, or immunosuppressive conditions. We will support our tenants to reduce condensation levels in the home or carry out repairs to stop water penetration or damp issues. This could include checking windows have trickle vents and you're using this to ventilate your home, checking that fans are working correctly, installing additional ventilation such as positive ventilation fans where the standard fan is not suitable for the property and household, installing environmental sensors to monitor heating and humidity levels in the property and giving tenants access to the app to enable you to better manage heating and ventilation in your home. Why it matters. Damp or condensation can have an impact on the health of the residents who are affected by it. Mold spores can trigger headaches, asthma, allergies, and other respiratory illnesses, particularly in children and adults with health conditions. Feelings of shame and embarrassment of the property condition can lead to social exclusion. Damage to decoration at the property can cause anxiety and depression. Helpful advice: vent your tumble dryer to the outside so that warm air isn't being released into your home. Condensing dryers still produce moisture within the home and are a common cause of condensation. You can ventilate a condensing dryer by opening cupboard doors if it is stored in a cupboard, and opening windows whilst the dryer is in use and for 15 minutes after use. Keep lids on your pans whilst you cook so that the steam can't escape. Don't dry clothes on a radiator, and where you can, dry your washing outside. If you need to dry clothes indoors, use a drying rack in a room that can be ventilated. Place the dryer close to a window, ideally keeping the window open slightly to allow ventilation. Use the extractor fan in your kitchen and bathroom during cooking or showering, and for 10 to 15 minutes after you have finished. You can use the boost facility on your fan to increase ventilation whilst cooking or washing. If you run a bath, put the cold water in first, which will help reduce the amount of steam given off. Increase ventilation in your home by opening windows for at least 20 minutes each day and keeping trickle vents on windows open to reduce condensation from forming. Air out cupboards and wardrobes regularly, and always leave a gap behind furniture and a wall, and regularly wipe down condensation on windows. Visit our website for more information about managing damp and condensation in your home.